So, MOCOPI, why you should get the MOCOPI, why the MOCOPI is a great full body tracking device, and thank you for clicking on this video. Alright, so first thing, MOCOPI is pretty easy to get. Just pay $400. Yes, that's a lot of money, but compared to the other competitors in FBT, that is actually cheap. It's crazy. It's from Sony. It's gonna come with 3 to 4 business days usually. So the MOCOPI is 6 trackers and their IMUs. So first things first, we're gonna talk about the price. 6 trackers for the price of $399, not including tax. Tax is complicated. I don't know what country you're in, so tax is also different there. Compared to the most popular one, VIVES. So one VIVE tracker is $149 on Amazon, where I live at least. A pack of 3 VIVES. Can I do 3 fingers? I can't. Just pack of 3 VIVES is $439, and that's only 3 trackers. Is already $439. That's already more than these 6 trackers. So in order to mimic the power of the MOCOPI, in order to mimic 6 trackers, they have to buy 2 packs of those, which means they'll be spending upwards of $878, not including tax, on 2 packs of 3 trackers. That way they have 6 trackers. And then VIVES require base stations, and if they don't have base stations, then they have to buy brand new base stations. The old base stations cost $130, but the newer base stations cost $199. And while you can only have 1 base station, you usually need 2, or else you're gonna start losing tracking if you don't have 2. So they'll end up buying 2, which is an additional $260 or an additional $398. I'm looking at the side because that's where my Google document is. So if they buy the, cheaper base station, that's $1,138. If they buy the newer 2.0 base station, that's $1,276, not including tax, just to mimic the power of the MOCOPI. So now that we got the most important thing out of the way, money, the price, let's actually go into more detail. So, alright, so originally, it was 1 headpiece, 2 wrist pieces, 1 waist, and 2 ankles, which, for VRChat was redundant. But they released MOCOPI version 2.0. Okay, so because of MOCOPI version 2.0, they changed where the trackers go, and now you can have a chest piece, a waist piece. Well, where is I touching? You can have a waist piece, 2 thighs, and 2 ankles. Or, you can also move it wherever you want and have 2 knees and 2 feet, I guess. I know that's a popular one. Personally, I don't really like having trackers on my feet. It's not, I don't know, it don't feel right. You know what else is amazing about the MOCOPI that other full bodies tend to complain about? Battery life. If you're like me and you just do movements like, wow, exaggerated movements, wow, fight, kick, wow, like that constantly, then after 9 hours, which was my longest time, constantly moving around, constantly being active, I was still at around 75% battery life. When I've gone even longer, which was like 14 hours. They also were around 75% HP battery life. But that was most probably because I was mostly just sitting down. I believe this is because the MOCOPI is, originally meant for motion capture. So, people that are constantly moving, constantly doing erratic actions. While with this, VRChat, well, I am exaggerating while I am moving erratically. It's not that much compared to somebody who's, doing a full action sequence and they gotta be moving. So, next up, the MOCOPI trackers are extremely lightweight and extremely small. They're probably 2 inches in diameter. Oh no, what's diameter? That's just a circle, right? Oh shoot. Future me put the specs on screen. Anyways, They're extremely lightweight. They're probably the lightest trackers on the market, and fairly durable. After all, they're meant to be used for motion tracking, not just VRChat. So the most important thing, other than, the fact that it's money, the thing that MOCOPI has that's, pretty different, pretty important, is it is IMUs. What is an IMU? So what does that mean to us, the consumer? You can have the tracker on and have it covered. For example, right now I have my shorts falling over the thigh tracker, and it's still tracking. It's not losing tracking even though it's covered. My shirt, I can have it over my waist piece and it'll still keep tracking. And for the people who like to sleep in VR, you can be under your blanket and you won't lose tracking. So it also doubles as motion capture if you didn't know, if you're into motion capture stuff. Without having to have a VR headset on, you can actually just use the trackers themselves to do full body tracking outside of VRChat, of course. Another pro that the MOCOPI has is it has a case which will protect the trackers, and that case doubles as a charger. So you can download, so you can charge all 6 trackers at once, which is pretty important, as a lot of the things people complain about when I listen to my friends with their VIVES is they forgot to charge one, because they have to charge them all individually or buy something to plug them in. Basically an extender. In other words, more money. So one con for the MOCOPI is probably the drift. Future me shoving the clip at the very beginning of showing the drift at its worst. So, look at this. Whoa, how do you recalibrate it? Pretty easy. All you gotta do, double tap the chest. Bam, and now everything's back to normal. See? The knee to the ankle. The knee to the ankle, it still works. This one too. Front kick, front kick. Wah, wah. Same thing with the chest tracker to the waist tracker. Just double tapping makes everything fall back into place. As you can see, the drift isn't always bad. For example, right now, I'm only slightly drifted. So if you didn't know, when MOCOPI originally came out, recalibrating was kind of annoying. Before, you had to go up to your phone, do the recalibration, stand straight, take a step forward. You used to have to do full remounting calibration, or else, something will move out of normal, which basically you stand straight for 3 seconds, and then you go into pooping position for 3 seconds. I don't know if you heard that, but my ankle cracked. Dang. You okay, ankle? However, they fixed that, and now you just have to double tap the chest piece. Easy. So the MOCOPI also gives straps in. So disclaimer first, in Japan, I heard that they are giving new straps in order for the VRChat full body version of the MOCOPI. US, I don't know. I haven't heard of us getting any. However, I'm skinny, so it worked out. I put my head strap on my chest. I put my wrist straps on my ankles. I put the ankle straps on my thighs. And it fits for me. I don't know if that'll fit for everybody, so you might have to buy straps if you're in America. So I will say first time setup can be complicated. For that, I won't explain it because it is complicated and I don't want to confuse you, so I'll simply put a link in the description, maybe on screen if I'm smart enough to do that, on the official MOCOPI's how-to video to set everything up. So after your very first time setting up, it's pretty simple. You just do things step by step in order to make sure everything goes well. What I do is, after the first setup, is now whenever I launch VRChat and get into full body, first I launch Steam VR, then I launch the slimes servers? That was called? What are you called? Slime servers next, and then I turn on my headset. That way the controllers are found. If you turn on your headset and then open up the servers, sometimes it doesn't see your controllers. Load up VRChat, start broadcasting the MOCOPI, do the full reset, do the automatic mounting, which is like where you go into standing form and then skiing position, and then you're all set. Oh, of course you need to do, calibrate full body on VRChat too. But after that, no need to calibrate FPT on VRChat. If you're ever losing, if you're ever drifting, just double tap the chest. Anyways, now I will be doing some poses, some erratic movement, so that you can see how well the MOCOPI tracks. Hopefully I don't die to my headset wire entangling my neck or something crazy like that. Alright, so starting off simple. Legs bending up. Because you have two different trackers on your leg, you can do this. Do. Kick, I guess. Wah! 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 Let's see. To show off the chest tracker. Back view, I guess? It's kinda easier to see it, I guess. You can see that the chest will move independently of the waist because it's, two different trackers now. So, next up, sitting down. So, laying down on the side. Laying down on your back, I have a pillow. I don't know what other poses. I don't know what other poses we can do. Very static movement. Very static, I guess. Standing around. Cool people, sitting on the wall. Or standing against the wall. The double tap method also works when sitting down. Bam. Legs are all good now, as you can see. They're not moving. They are moving exactly the way I want them to. Exactly how I am moving. Hello, wire. Please don't kill me. I'm spinning back the other way. Wait, I don't know. I don't think that's how it goes. How does it go? It goes. Wow, I'm wearing socks. Out, in, out, in, out, in. Wow. Wow. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and see you next time. I can finally go to bed. It's like 5:31 a.m. Oh wait, I still need to edit the video. Remember to like and subscribe.